The Bailey Smith Cup, it lived up to its expectation and the man himself lived up to the hype.
It did. This whole game lived up to pretty much everything that we'd had penciled in for it. But Bailey Smith himself, 33 disposals, 12 contested, 7 score involvements, 7 inside 50s and 7 tackles to go with it. Most impressed by him, his ability to... He didn't have a whole lot of attention to come his way, but he still rolled up the sleeves, threw a few barbs out in the lead-up, which we were all talking about, but then he talked the talk. He was able to also walk the walk and played a very important role, which he's continued to do in the first 11 rounds for Geelong. I've been nothing but impressed by his performances on field, and he's just becoming one of those players that has been a huge difference maker at Geelong.
It's hard to say that a player like Jeremy Cameron is sliding under the radar given how good he's been his whole career, but you feel like he might maybe not have got the recognition he might deserve so far this year.
I think he'd probably be the first person to admit that probably until even post round 7, he probably wasn't playing his best footy. I remember the game against Carlton. You sort of look back and think he wasn't at his best, and then you look at the score sheet. Well, he still kicked 4. To kick 4 when you're not at your best in probably 3 of those fixtures was impressive. And then you see him now with owning that forward 50 without Dangerfield there. He's just really come into his own. He's kicked 33 goals for the year and is now leading the Coleman. Obviously, Ben King's still to play and has a game in hand, but yeah, very impressed with Jezza and just gets better and better the more he plays.
Free kick late in the game that you wanted to highlight?
Yeah, I just wanted to have a look at the ability to, I guess, let your attention to detail slip. So this is James O'Donnell taking the ruck inside forward 50. There's Tim English, the designated ruck. And we know how tricky ruck contests can be at times. If you own the space like that, that is an obvious ruck free kick, obviously blocking, not giving the opposition ruckman an opportunity to play at the footy. But the time in which that occurred, and that's a time where you need to manage your positions the best you possibly can. That was a turning point in the game. The fourth quarter was a slog. A Geelong go back, Shannon Neal gets that kick, kicks the goal. It's a very important moment to give up an easy goal like that. So you want Tim English coming in. He's your ruckman. In your D50, your ruckman always takes the ruck. You come up against a forward 50 ruckman who is a forward, a key forward, who hopefully you can outmanoeuvre and give your team the first chance at the football. And just a little bit of a lapse in concentration, which ended up to be quite costly for the Bulldogs.
Really quickly, Luke Beveridge set to go into contract negotiations over the bye period. Would you extend him based on what you've seen this far?
Absolutely, yes. Sign him up, get the deal done. He's your coach. He's coached very well this year. Move on, sign him up, let him get to work for the rest of the year.